I'm Jana, by the way. I picked a heck of a week to do my first vlog in this series. Wanted to do a vlog maybe once or twice a week, depending. This is more of a what I'm doing, what I'm thinking, how I'm feeling on a day-to-day basis, even if I don't post every day. What I think it's gonna look like right now is probably once or twice a week I'll post a video, which will be an encapsulation of what happened that week. Oh, when I was researching vlogs and how to vlog, because I wanted to make this interesting for anybody watching, but it's also supposed to be basically a video journal for myself, for my children, but I want it to be entertaining as well. I want to go back and watch these videos someday and hopefully be able to reminisce on how far I've come and how far there still is left to go. Look back at myself on this stage, look back at my children on this stage, look back at my marriage during this time. So I was doing some research on how to film an interesting vlog. I checked out a lot of the popular vloggers, and mostly people said, hang on, let me adjust that, doesn't look quite right. Mostly people said that it needs to be kind of like a story or a movie. There needs to be an introduction, a build-up, a climax, and then a resolution. Well, boy, do I have the vlog for you today. So a little backstory. I've recently started trying to take care of my mental health better. So part of that is having good daily habits. This week I had started getting up and walking every morning. As you can probably hear from the insects and things around, I live out in the country. I've been getting up and walking down to the end of the road and back every morning. Every morning. Today is day 3. Yesterday it was day 2, of course. Yesterday I woke up around 5:30 a.m. so that I could get up and go for my morning walk before it gets too hot. Yesterday and today we have record heat for the year here. So I woke up to this notification on my phone. Okay. Then went to the restroom to, you know, wash my face, brush my teeth so that I could go for this walk. And I noticed it felt a little warmer in the house yesterday. Not like really hot, just warmer than I normally set the thermostat for sleeping. So I decided to go check the thermostat. And it was 75 degrees in the house, which is not particularly warm. But since I know I set the thermostat at 70, I immediately knew we had a problem. This is not the first time we've had a problem with that central heat and air. This is an older house. It was built by the man that we brought it from, I believe in '93. I don't know that the thermostat's that old. I think maybe the thermostat's closer to around 17 years. Not the thermostat. Sorry, I'm still half asleep. The central heat and air. Last year it broke twice. Once in the summer and once in the winter. Luckily we were able to do enough research to figure out what it was and replace it. Last year we thought maybe it was the compressor, but luckily it wasn't. Because the compressor is like the worst thing that can go out on one of those things. So we went out and did the normal tests that we normally do to see if we could troubleshoot what the problem was. And we finally decided that we couldn't. I decided to go ahead and go for my walk and that we would figure out what to do about the rest of it when I got back. So I went ahead and went for my walk. I will insert some of that footage here. It only takes me about 30 minutes or so to do my walk. By the time I got back, Elliot was already on the phone with people. People were calling in, trying to come out and give estimates. This was 6:30 in the morning, mind you. He already had people on the phone. And so we had somebody come out, I don't know, probably before 8. The first company, they hooked everything up, all their little testers up to the unit, and they said it was the compressor. Since the unit is 17 years old, of course they don't have those parts just hanging around. So just to get the parts here, which they would have to special order, and since the world is where it is today, there would be no fast or easy way to get the parts here. Mind you, we have no air conditioning, and it's the hottest day of the year so far. So this is kind of a worst case scenario instance. Like, you know, when you think through things and you're like, okay, what's the worst case scenario in this particular situation? Not the worst case scenario ever, just when it comes to the air conditioning breaking or whatever. What's the worst case scenario? Well, that happened yesterday. Just to get the compressor part and get that fixed was gonna cost $3,200. But the unit was still so old, it used R22 Freon, which they've been phasing that out since the 90s. So it didn't really meet environmental standards. It wasn't good for us. And the first company that came out, they had a really good deal, you know, as far as like maintenance program. Anyways, there were 4 or 5 different companies that came out yesterday, all competing to give us quotes. And let's just say the cheapest quote we got was, I think, $8,600. The most expensive quote we got was somewhere around $14,000. Every single one of them said, you need a new unit. That's just all there is to it. Well, we don't have $10,000 just hanging out. Maybe one day, hopefully one day, once all the bills are paid off, I'll just have that kind of money hanging out in savings accounts to use for things. But this was not that time. So then we started applying for financing. Alabama Power had an interesting program to where they would finance you through them. They just add that amount onto your monthly power bill. They were at like 13%. Anyways, for a while there, it looked like we might not even get the financing. We ended up getting the financing with a more local company. They claim they're gonna come install it today, starting at 8 o'clock. It's 7:30 right now. I just finished my morning walk. We made it through yesterday without the air conditioning, so that's a positive. Everybody's still good. We did our best to stay cool. The problem is, between our air conditioning guys that were here yesterday, they claimed there was only one unit that was the size that we needed available in this whole region of the country, and it was in Atlanta. And one guy, the guy that we ended up going with, claimed he had already reserved it for us and he'd have it installed for us today. I'm not entirely convinced that that's true. I feel like I still have reservations. I guess I'm cautiously optimistic that we'll get it taken care of today, but I'm not entirely sure that somebody's not gonna call us here in a little bit and say, oh, hey, guess what? We don't have the stuff. It's gonna be tomorrow. Which, you know, is fine. I'm generally not that big of a, like, whenever you can get to it is great, as long as it's within a reasonable amount of time. But today, it's supposed to be another scorcher. I'll see if I can find some graphics, throw them up on the screen right here. So I guess I would have to say that the universe has assisted in the story arc of this particular vlog, and we have yet to see how this is going to turn out. I forgot to film yesterday. I mean, I filmed a couple little clips, but I forgot to film the majority of it yesterday just because there were so many people coming in and out when we're still trying to follow safety protocols and just all the stuff. I am sitting on what we have dubbed the meditation rock, and I wanted to bring you in, share the story with you up to this point before all the insanity for the day starts. Luckily, one of my husband's co-workers had one of those portable air conditioning units that you can roll around from room to room. They were kind enough to let us borrow it last night. Plugged it up in our bedroom and we were nice and cool last night, so that was nice. Here we are the next day and it's gonna be upwards of 100. I think the heat index is gonna be 106. Here's to hoping we get this problem solved. I did not plan to look like this on my first vlog. I knew that there would be some days that I would. I was hoping my first vlog would be, I don't know, it's called Jana's Beautiful Mess, because I kept wanting to show garden projects and things of that nature, but none of it ever felt perfect enough. Like there was a pile of sticks here, or the grass needed to be mowed there, or, you know, and none of it ever felt good enough to put on camera. And then I named it Jana's Beautiful Mess, because it's still beautiful. It's just not perfect. And calling it Jana's Beautiful Mess gave it permission to be messy. It's right there in the name. Don't expect perfection. It's work in progress, right? Anyways, I'm a hot mess right now. Just got done with my morning walk. Things are a hot mess right now, but I guess that's my update for now. Oh, Dylan's birthday. What's today? Dylan's birthday is in 2 days, so I hope we get the AC fixed before then so we can have a fun birthday. We'll have a fun birthday, even if we don't. It will be nice to have air conditioning. All right. Well, I guess I better go get this crazy day started. Things are gonna start happening soon. I need to go get breakfast ready for the boys and start my coffee. I guess I'll check back in with you later. So they're here. Looks like we might actually have air conditioning again today, so we'll update you guys in a little bit.
Right now, they're checking things out and they're going to start tearing it out and putting the new one in. They got the new unit. They've got everything.
I was halfway worried that they were going to call us today and be like, well, we can't get it here till tomorrow.
They got it. So far, Wilbur has been really, really good. They've said all the right things and so forth.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Don't mind if I set the camera up over here somewhere and do a time lapse if you guys are in. Okay, thank you so much. That's a big unit compared to that one. Huh. It's like hollow in there. Stick your clippers down there so it's obvious on the camera. Yeah, it's nuts. It's a big one though. These are all the tomatoes we harvested today. All the ones on the table were already here, but we harvested the ones in this box and in this box. I guess the day before yesterday was the last time we went out and harvested. And then we have a heart-shaped tomato over here. The Elliot's setting it up to make it Instagrammable. We're kind of at intermission here. I had the time lapse set up on them all this time, and then I was just checking the video footage and the camera cut off right when they were taking the old unit out and it missed putting the new one in. So here's the new unit. I think what we're waiting on is we're waiting on a guy to come in here and he's gonna make the connection from the back to the house. I had to call in a specialist and he drove out here and took some measurements, and then he went back to his shop and he went to go make something special to bring it back and put it on there. So I think it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon now, so I don't know. They claim we're still gonna get it done today, so we'll see. And I wanted to give you guys an update in between the first guys left because their job was pretty much done. This next guy's gonna come and do his part and prime the system, make sure everything's good to go. And then hopefully we'll have AC again and we won't have to worry about this problem again for a very, very long time. It's so hot. I think it's hotter than that. Are you hot?
Yes.
Has it been pretty hot the last couple of days?
Yes.
All right, here's the big test. Cool. We'll just start at 72. It's so quiet now. Is it on? Are you excited?
Yeah, now I finally won't sweat as much.
Yay! We have air conditioning!
Cool.
Yay!
Cool air going on.
Yay, yay!
All right, here we go. We're gonna test it right now. Let's see. Right now it's 84 degrees in here. 73.9.
That's the temperature of the air coming out of the vent.
Right. As I understand it, it needs to be about 10 degrees cooler, the air coming out, than how hot the ambient temperature is. So since it's about 90 degrees outside, it's doing pretty well. And it's quiet.
Yeah.
You don't come outside, it's quiet. No, come listen how quiet this thing is. That's it.
That's it? That's all the sound it makes?
That's how loud it gets. They were telling me it's running wide open right now. Right, like 100%, like, do you see how quiet that is?
Okay. The workers all finished up. And there's the beautiful new unit. And listen to how quiet. This back here, that's what they worked on for so long. Just getting that piece fixed. Because they had to go make a custom cover. All fixed now. Looks beautiful. Seems to be working beautifully. The temperature in the house is down to about 80 degrees now. But as soon as the guys pulled away in the van, it started thundering in the distance. I thought, really? So I'll check back in with you in a little bit once it cools off some more.